Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. NBA season is over. We're going to go hard with the MLB, WNBA, PGA, and in this video, we have 4 picks for you guys to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of the picks. If you guys want more picks, I do post more in the private Discord. We have 5+ other cappers in here giving out picks in all sports and hitting. You can see some big hits over in the private Discord, so definitely get over here, check it out. It'll be the top link, top of the description, and the pinned comment. See how we're getting all of these massive hits in all sports. You can lock in right now for the month. Just use code HALF and you get half off of the normal monthly price. So we'll see you in the private Discord for a ton more picks and get some big wins together. Tons of wins over in the Discord, but we're also going to open up the free section of the Discord, which we don't open up that often. So you can get in here, chat. In these channels, we have channels for every sport over here. You can get in for free and see what other people are like. Definitely check out the free Discord to lock in for the MLB season. And lastly, this MLB season, we are partnering with Prop Projections. They send out every single day a Google Sheet of their MLB projections for $9.99 a month on their Patreon. So it's going to be a daily sheet over here with their projections based on the Prizepicks lines. And they give you the winning percent based on the projection and the line on Prizepicks. But why I really like it is because you can come over, make a copy of this, and then open up your own tab and say you actually like Sonny Gray for more than their projection of 5.7. You can make your own projections over here. You can just make a copy of their sheet and say you projected him for 7 strikeouts. So you can see it switched to an over with a 54% hit rate. So I like it for making my own projections and also getting their projections. It's definitely hard to find a customizable projection sheet and projections in general for this price. So definitely check them out. And they also posted that their top 4 projections all hit. So definitely check them out as well. And we'll see you in the Discord. Now let's get into this one. The first pick we're going to go to is going to be Perdomo over on a half a base. He's off to a great start. Hasn't played that many games, but in the games that he's played, he's been absolutely on fire. I think he's going to keep that going here against Washington. So liking Perdomo here over on a total base. We can come over to Outlier and check out some stats on this one. So for the over on the total base for Perdomo, he's hit this in 9 of 12 games. And obviously he missed most of April and all of May, has come back and he's hit this in 5 straight games here. So we're liking Perdomo. I think he's on a good streak, and this is going to be a good matchup for him. Perdomo versus Jake Irvin. He's only faced him 3 times, got 1 hit here against him. We can come down here and see Perdomo is hitting .310 on the season against right-handed pitchers. So definitely likes to see right-handed pitchers here. It should be a good matchup for him against Jake Irvin. And Arizona is expected to score a good amount of runs in this one, so should be a good amount of at-bats for Perdomo as well to hit this total bases. We can also look, last season he hit this just over 50% of the time. So Perdomo, I think, in for a big season, off to a great start since coming back from that injury. I think he keeps it rolling here in a good matchup, good spot against Jake Irvin. So that's going to be that first pick we're going to go to in the video. The second one here is going to be John Singleton under against the White Sox on the hits, runs, RBIs of 1.5. Singleton, not the best player on the Astros, and we're going to look at some stats here to back this one up as well. You can see on the season, he's gone under this one 69% of the time in 36 of 52 games. He's gone under this last year as well. It was 79% on the under. He only played in 38 games. But still, in 30 of 38 games last year, he went under this line. And like we said, in 2024, 69% of the time so far. In his last 10, 8 of the 10 have gone under. So for Irvin, definitely not liking this one. They are facing a guy that no one has seen on the Astros yet in Jonathan Cannon. But we can see Cannon throws a lot of low pitches here. 13% come in the bottom left corner and almost 20% come in the bottom right corner. And Singleton is hitting 0 for the average in the bottom left corner and just 167 in the right corner. So most of Cannon's pitches are low, where Singleton does struggle as well. Definitely a cool thing you can do on Outliers. Look at these pitching charts over here. So for Singleton going to the under, I think he's going to continue to struggle in this one in a game in Chicago here. Next, we're going to go to Chris Bassett here, over on his strikeouts of 5.5 against Boston. You love to see when Boston comes up as a pitcher because they do strike out a lot, and I like this spot for Bassett here. So for Chris Bassett on the season, just a 43% hit rate, but in his last 3 of 4, he's had 3 games with 7 strikeouts. Just got to 5 in the last one, but definitely has a good strikeout rate here. And Red Sox players against Bassett, every single one that has faced him has at least a 20% K rate, with some guys like McGuire having struck out 4 of 5 at-bats against him, and Devers has struck out in 3 of 8 at-bats against him as well. Coming down here, you can see that Bassett has a 22% K rate, but Boston against right-handed pitchers have almost a 24% K rate. And looking at the MLB teams that strike out the most, we got to scroll nearly to the bottom here, 28th in the league. Boston strikes out almost 10 times per game, 3rd to last in the MLB. So liking this one definitely for Bassett. I think it's going to be one that he can hit in a great matchup, great spot here against the Red Sox. For the next one, we're going to go to Nestor Cortes, over on his strikeouts as well against Baltimore. Baltimore definitely seems like a tougher matchup, and it definitely is as far as strikeouts. We're going to go right back to that strikeout chart here. Baltimore, they are, though, right in the middle of the league right here. 15th, strikeout 8.18 times per game. And last year, Baltimore struck out a little more, 8.44. In their last 3 games, they've been striking out a ton, though, nearly 10 per game, 9.67 in their last 3 games on average. We can see Cortes has definitely struggled in the last couple games with getting strikeouts. Just 2 in the last one, 4 the one before that. I think that it is some recency bias in here why his line is this low. In 2023, he was hitting this at a 58% strikeout rate. Also, batters against Cortes in the Orioles lineups, every single player has a 20% or higher K rate besides Westberg and Cowser, who've only faced him 3 times each. We even have Henderson here striking out 2/3 of the time. Mountcastle in 21 at-bats, striking out almost half the time against Cortes. And then Mullins in 21 at-bats, striking out 43% of the time against Cortes. So I do think that this lineup is a great matchup for Cortes historically. And I think this is some recency bias based on his last 2 outings. He's going to pick it up and step it up in this one and hit this strikeout rate here. We can also see that Baltimore against left-handed pitchers ranked 24th in K rate. Almost 24% here. So good matchup all around for Cortes. I think he has that bounce back and hits this one over on the 5.5 strikeouts. All right, so if you guys want more picks, I'm just one capper in Dynamo. We have 5+ other cappers giving out picks. You can see one of our cappers here hitting a ton of slips over here. And if you don't want to join up in the private Discord to get more picks, definitely join up in the free sections, and you could talk in the free channels here. Use code HALF to get in the private Discord. You're going to get half off of what it costs for the month. And lastly, we are partnered with Prop Projections. If you want projections here that you can fully customize and make your own, which is something that I do, and I really have been enjoying it, definitely check them out as well. They will be linked down below. It's just $10 a month to get daily projections that are fully customizable that you can use for your sports betting to make your own full projections here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, definitely subscribe. We'll see you guys over in the Discord.